Here's another problemo. Point is problemo when she's not in. Kelsey Mitchell, Cowboy Kelsey Mitchell loves to shoot, man. Yeehaw! Rootin' tootin'. Let me shoot. Boom, 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 boom. Let's just shoot, everybody. Let's just shoot everything. Let's just shoot. Kelsey Mitchell, I told you, she'll just shoot you out of a game. She'll shoot you out of a game. She'll shoot you out of a game. I don't know how many times I got to say she'll shoot you out of a game. I did not want her to come back as a free agent because she'll shoot you out of a game. I completely laid the playoffs at her feet. Last year, when they got ousted out of the playoffs in the first round so easily, it was all because Kelsey Mitchell could not work with Caitlin and let Caitlin take the lead. Kelsey Mitchell had to shoot us out of the playoffs. Us, like I played. I hate when people do that. Had to shoot the team out of the playoffs. So today, when we need Kelsey Mitchell to play a more team balanced game, this is what we actually needed from everybody. We needed balance. No one is going to be the star, or you'd already be the star. You get that? When Caitlin's not in, we don't need someone to step up and be the star. The team is the star. Got it? You got it's like Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. When you don't have Bruce, you got the E Street Band. They're a band. They're not the stars. Okay? It's like Maroon 5 without Adam Levine. You don't have Adam, you got Maroon 5, and there's no good singers. Do you understand that? Maybe there might be. There's a lot of guys in Maroon 5. Big fan. But I'm just saying, you can't replace him, right? So my message to Cowboy Kelsey Mitchell is stop shooting. Just stop fucking shooting and go ahead and pass the ball. I'm good with that. Honestly, I'd rather her have stats that are more assists than shots right now because the whole team is just not able to get a rhythm when you got her just jacking it up. Because here's what happens. She gets the ball, and she's going to look to shoot first. Now, I understand a shooting guard looks to shoot first, but this is not what we need from you. Again, you're the E Street Band. You're the maroon you're the 5 without the maroon, okay? You are not the star. You've been in the league like 11 years. You've been an all-star, but you've never been a star. I'm sorry. You got great numbers. This is not your job. If you want to win a ring, you have to be number 2. Back to what I was saying earlier. We don't need everyone to be the star. The team is the star. So I'm not taking away from the team at all. I'm just saying they can't try to do what Caitlin does. And that's what Kelsey Mitchell thinks she needs to do. Now, maybe Stephanie's saying just shoot like a motherfucker. They're wrong. They're both wrong. Because I'll tell you why. Look, and Cowboy Kelsey is the reason why the team lost today. Totally. You can say they didn't play enough defense, but they were playing some solid defense in periods. They just lost their vibe when Kelsey Mitchell's jacking up shots. Let me give you a stat that killed them. Here's the stat that killed them. Okay? Here you go. Ready? Thanks for watching, guys, on the old YouTube machine and the old Rumble machine. Here's the stat that killed you. Kelsey Mitchell, she was, are you ready? And I got 2 stats that kills us. Are you ready? She shot 7 three-pointers. 2 of them went in. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Overall, she was 25% field goal percentage. That's not good enough. You don't do that. I'm sorry. And if the coach really wanted to get a handle on this team, she would take her aside and say, that's not good enough. Because she took, drum roll please, she took 16 fucking shots. 16 shots. You know how many shots she made? 4 out of 16. You might as well take 25 shots and just blow the game apart. You might as well, honestly, might as well not take 1 shot. That you out of, okay, 16 shots, you made 4. You took 7 three-pointers. And I don't know when she's going to get this through her head because this is what she did last year. This felt like watching last year, except Caitlin was on the floor putting up 30. And they were still losing because Kelsey Mitchell in the fourth quarter shoots you out of the game. Now, thanks for joining me, guys, on the old YouTube machine. My name is Jason J. Daniel. Just going over the post game. I'm being honest. Being honest about Cowboy Kelsey Mitchell. It's like boom, boom, boom. Now look, when she's on fire and that ball goes in, it's Kelsey missile. She has a beautiful arc. I'm not going to take that away from her. But look, we don't need 16 shots, dude. You can shoot 10 and give those and get some assists, man. How many assists did she have? How many assists? She had 4 assists, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna give you that. She had 4 assists. She led with Aaliyah, so both of them had 4 assists. That's not good enough, but that works. Okay, so I can work with you on that. But come on, Kelsey, come on, man. She got in 32 minutes too. She didn't even get more than 35 minutes and jacked up 16 shots. Part of my problem with it, and this is why I'm making a thing of it, that guys, thanks for watching, is she jacks up so many shots that ricochet and there's no rebounding. And she takes quick shots when you're coming up and you have like a half transition basketball is when you're going full speed, which is what, you're transitioning. Caitlin's going full speed. Usually, that's where magic happens. They don't have the ability to go as fast as she does. And Kelsey Mitchell will go kind of a half speed because she's looking to try to get that layup. If she can't get that layup, she's looking for a 3. And it doesn't work. Some of these missed shots were layups that just bounce and then they're like, where's the foul? Dude, it's not about where's the foul. It's about where are you at when you have the ball in your hand. It's about ball movement. I saw a couple of moments of really crisp ball movement, but then it went to a 3 when they didn't need to shoot the 3, like an extra pass. It's tough. I'm being highly critical. Okay, I know you're going to be mad at me, guys, but we have to be critical of this team because they're a bad team right now. They're a bad team, dudes. It's bad right now, and it might get worse. Like, this was not good. Now, Caitlin's on that team tonight. They win that game. Easy. There's just no way they lose that game because there's no superstars on it, and they're a young team, and they had a lot of vulnerabilities. But because Cowboy Kelsey just can't control her shooting, you're always in it against the Fever with Kelsey Mitchell just shooting the lights out. I understand she took 16 shots. Thanks for joining me, guys. I understand she took 16 shots because she's trying to make up for Caitlin's output, but we don't need that. Remember, it's Maroon 5 without the maroon, okay? The band is not the star. It's Adam Levine. You can have a good show without him as long as you stay in your lane and play like a team. I think when you got Cowboy Kelsey out there just rootin' tootin' and just shooting at everything, jacking up 16 shots, jacking up 3s that are bad, and then getting mega ricochets, it's tough, man. It's tough. But so Stephanie crying about the refs doesn't do any good. It just doesn't. So it looks like it did make a difference, though. Okay? It's not going to work, though. Here's my thing. You want to cry about the refs, cool, but go and take shots that the refs can give you fouls on. Okay? You're not going to, if you cry about the refereeing, then you go out and have Kelsey Mitchell shoot 16 bad shots and jack up 9 3-pointers or 7 or whatever, and they're all bad shots. You're not getting calls for Kelsey Mitchell on 3-point plays. You barely get that. You only get a 3-point play call, which is 4-point play in the WNBA if you're one of the stars. They're not giving it to Kelsey Mitchell. Not happening. And in fact, she jacks up shots before a lot of times before the defense even closes on her so she can get the foul. She's not patient. She and jacks the shot up. And it's like a ricochet. Dude, if you just play with some strategy, dude. I mean, I may sound like I'm being a little grouchy, but I'm just being honest. Like that tonight, I'm being real. That was a waste of everybody's time. It's a waste of time to watch 2.5 hours of Kelsey Mitchell just be a cowboy and just shoot at everything. Pow, 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 pow. Waste of my time. Everything changed. You go into the third quarter. I wasn't feeling good about the third quarter. I think it was virtually tied. It was like a 2-point difference because the Fever had given up a lead, or maybe they were down. I don't quite remember. But the one thing that was pretty clear to me going into the third at halftime is like, Kelsey Mitchell is not making good choices. We got to chill this out. And of course, she didn't. She just put on her cowboy hat and her little six shooter started just shooting the lights out. Just shooting us out of the game. Cowboy Kelsey. Yeah. Can't stop shooting. So there was no point game because Kelsey Mitchell was shooting them out. And then Kelsey was just playing really mid, right? We're not going anywhere. I'm like, okay, we got to chill this out. And then right at the end of the third quarter, it was pretty clear to me, she's just shooting us out of this game. We're not coming back. It was over in the third because Kelsey Mitchell was only getting more desperate. She always presses. She gets desperate. I guess she feels like the more she presses, she'll get her shot there. but they were kind of leaving her wide open, and she just wasn't hitting it. Who knows? Maybe she's hurt. You know, who knows? And then at the end of the third, going into the fourth, they're down, and I'm right. Kelsey, this is what I wrote. Kelsey Mitchell is out of control. She's out. She's shooting us out of this game, baby. I can't do this. Shooting us out of the game, man. And I'm like, just like always, man, never fails. She shoots it. That's why I'm like, I didn't look. You know what? You bring her back as a free agent for 1 year on purpose because they weren't sure what was going to happen because she shoot him out of games last year. And you're like, okay, cool. Well, what's left, right? We might give her a 1 year. Let's see. You can get anybody to shoot 16 bad shots. It's just not paying off for me. It's early, but it's not paying off for me.